This is a Better Way show.
Yeah, and we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to get started. I want to talk about earthquakes in New Zealand. Steve wants to talk about
the Muslims.
And that's pretty much the other half of the world. And
patience.
Bill would like to talk about patience. And we'd like to also talk about, maybe touch a little bit on the subject of alcohol today, too. So who wants to start? Which way are we going?
Well, I'll start. I'm guilty as much as anybody else, but we're living in a world where people's patience are starting to run out.
Yes,
I travel a lot, and I get overcome with that a lot, and I have to step aside and sit down and say a short prayer for myself, just because of just some of the hassles that you go through as an American.
Well, please remind me of that every now and then, because you know I'm infamous for that.
Right.
That's one of my downfalls and I'll be the first to admit it, is my patience.
Right. It's hard.
I'll tell you, I put my life in danger willingly many a time, but I got to give you kudos, man, because I don't know if I could deal with people like that. You know.
Oh, it's tough.
It's
especially being a seasoned traveler, and you know what you're doing. When you get there, you know the whole 311 thing, that there's signs everywhere, you know, all this, but yet you still got people in front of you that their bag goes through, it's full of liquids, they got to pull them aside.
Well, you see, there you go. These people from Islam, they believe in their beliefs. Okay, this 12th Iman thing is driving me up the wall with
you and me both.
You know,
I think that's part of the people losing their patience.
Exactly.
Is what's going on.
Well, what's going on is that they have disrupted our freedoms. You know, I remember back when I got in the Army, I jumped on an airplane, flew to Pittsburgh, jumped off the airplane.
No hassles.
None
whatsoever.
In and out. You know, it was slick willy. Now, forget it.
Now you got to show up at least an hour.
And why is that? It's not because of anything other than a group of people that have some kind of moronic idea that they're going to bring. You know, it's like the devil is using the Muslims to attack the Jewish people to bring Jesus out into the open.
Right.
And it's like, you know what?
He's coming, whether they like it or not.
Well, he's coming like a thief in the night, and then he's coming like a tiger.
Right.
You know, and the devil's already lost, and the Muslim people do not realize that they are being led around like a bull with a ring in their nose.
Yep.
You know, and I mean, I saw where they're wanting the mark of the beast. They're desiring the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
And I'm fascinated with horror that, oh my goodness, these people are thinking that they're bringing on something great when they're really praying for the Antichrist to show up as soon as possible.
Just anybody that believes that they can take on Jesus Christ.
Well, there's got to be.
Is just nuts to me anyway.
Yeah, there's some insanity here.
He's won every battle that you can even think of, and stuff you haven't thought about.
Well, you know, if you think about it, Satan's going to be the most foolish one when it's all said and done, for even thinking that he could take on Jesus Christ.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's because it's arrogance.
Right. Well,
I mean, it has everything to do with the way things are happening today. The arrogance that people have in the world.
Right.
The Muslims themselves, the radical Muslims, have a very much of an arrogance about them. You can just hear it when they talk to you, as like, since you're a Christian,
like it's demanding. Almost.
Yeah, right. Like it's demanding. But since you're a Christian, you're not on the same level as us.
Yeah, they talk down to you.
Yeah, they talk down to you.
Exactly.
They, you know, like
in a
they're
demanding
the
fashion.
like they're the superior race.
And demeaning, yes.
And demeaning, yes. They
we're
always insult
exactly
you.
the opposite. To be respectful and
right,
and thoughtful and kind.
Do we lose our cool sometimes? Yeah.
Yes.
But, you know, usually we shake hands, hug each other, apologize, and move on.
Well, we know right from wrong.
That's the way things work.
You know, our God.
Right.
You know, we are not to kill people unless they're trying to kill us. A.
Exactly.
Or B, if God tells us to do so.
Right.
Okay, now if I heard a voice telling me, "Go kill the Christians and Jews," I, as a Christian, have the right to say, "Who is this?" And if you don't question this voice, then now you're messing up. Okay,
Right.
so it's you know, in writing in their book, you know, go behead the Christians and the Jews. Well, here again, we're going to be executed by beheadings for not worshiping the Antichrist, and they're the ones that are going to be doing the beheading.
Right.
Whose side are they on? They want the mark of the beast. We don't. Whose side are they on? You know.
Exactly.
And what's sad to think of is that they're thinking they're going to have all this glory because they're on this powerful side, and they don't know the half of it. That you know, the people that are going to live for eternity and happiness are the ones that are running, or you know, getting their heads chopped off.
But you got to feel sorry for them in a sense because
that's what I'm
they're
getting at.
They're in poverty. The poverty leads to violence, and then there again we're back to an addiction. They have an addiction to putting blame on somebody, and it's not just them. It's humankind, you know, in a manner of speaking. But not all people are like that. But you know, you need to know the difference between right and wrong. If you really want to hurt somebody, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
Now, you know, when you hurt somebody without thinking because you're protecting yourself, and then you're done, and you kind of feel guilty because you hurt
I've
this
seen
person.
people just
It
go,
doesn't have to be.
I've seen people just totally break down.
Yeah,
I
we're not talking about just physical. We're
Right.
talking
Yeah, it's a mental.
Exactly.
spiritual.
Exactly.
You're hurting everybody and yourself.
If you
all the
kill
way around.
somebody and you don't feel guilt afterwards,
Sorry, you're on a one-way ticket.
yeah.
Baby. Yeah.
If you have no remorse, you know, it's a feeling. And if you can't experience all the feelings that God's given us, you know.
But you know, there are people that are wired differently.
Yes.
From one reason or another. Their parents might have abused drugs. They could have been physically abused, mentally shocked,
Right.
you know. So we're not saying if you don't feel remorse, there's no hope for you.
Right.
All you have to do is believe. If you believe with your heart, if you believe
Put the bottle down.
in Jesus,
Pick up a Bible.
then there's hope for you no matter what, because He will accept you the way you are, even with that bottle
In your hand now.
in your hand now, and that whiskey on your breath. If you really believe and you really want to try hard and do the right thing, He'll accept you the way you are right now. Can anybody else that you can think of accept you the way you are right now?
No.
You know what a friend is? Somebody that knows you and still likes you.
Yep.
Like you.
That's a friend. So just remember, Jesus loves you. Like any friend you've ever had, just think how much you love that friend. Jesus loves you 10 times more than that.
100 times, 1,000, million.
It's beyond comprehension, really.
It is.
You know,
It is, and it's amazing.
I mean, if you think about afterlife experiences, people talk about the light itself. The light itself. They could feel love coming from the light, like we feel warmth coming from the sun. That is just that is pretty hard to comprehend.
It's not fathomable.
No.
Did I say that right?
I think you did.
You can't
Yeah,
fathom that right now. Believe me, because it's just so amazing.
Exactly. It's beyond our physical comprehension.
This is why we're saying that we feel sorry for these other people that don't know Jesus.
Yeah, and
that's
they're being
not just
used.
the Muslims either. There's people out there, and we're trying to touch a little bit on the alcohol. Now, alcohol numbs you worse than anything on the planet. I don't care.
Let me tell you this statistic.
I don't think there's any worse abused or worse drug of the devil than alcohol.
It's because it's legal.
Well, beyond that,
But beyond that,
It hurts so many.
I've been in bail enforcement for a while, and I would get a little bulletin every now and then of statistics, and one of them was that more teenage women are impregnated on alcohol than all the other drugs put together.
Oh yeah, it lowers your inhibition.
Exactly.
It just makes you into.
I mean, there's a demon built right into the bottle.
Oh,
It
right.
comes right out of the bottle and into your cup.
Instant,
It's like drinking liquid Satan.
yeah, instant.
Well,
it's what it
idiot,
should be
just add
called.
Alcohol.
Think about it. The Muslims called it a genie or a jinn. And then here you go, you got a liquid called gin that'll mess you up.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's that demon somehow. Maybe there's a connection,
Mm-hmm.
but I know what you mean. There is a demon
So-
that gets that people that drink alcohol or have any addiction carry around in their
Exactly.
back.
And people, we thought we were recording, but I'll say this again. That's why we want you to put the bottle down, pick up a Bible, talk to God, because we need you now. The times are getting crazy out there. In fact, you were touching on a little bit about how, as Americans, we're going to have to start making faster decisions because so many things are happening out there. Look, we're responding to the earthquake in New Zealand. We're responding to trying to get our people out of Libya right now, and goodness knows where else. So,
Pray for our the news people that are over there from all countries.
I have some
They're
friends
under
that are
danger.
over
I mean,
in Bahrain right
the
now.
one woman was reporter was raped and abused before
Oh,
the
yeah.
Egyptian
It's
police
just-
stepped in,
it's
and
total
and
anarchy.
a couple guys from Fox News got beat up. And,
You can't tell me
and-
the Antichrist is not running
but
rampant.
I'm just saying
on this
the thing
world
with
right
the
now.
reporters, what you've seen is just the beginning. Wait until they start.
Wait till
killing
the
our
tribulation
reporters.
actually starts. Yes.
Right.
Well, you think about it.
Excuse me.
I have a date in my head where tribulation's going to start. I'm not going to say it. Off the air, I'll tell you guys, but I don't want to start any kind of a stampede or anything like that. Not that anybody's going to take heed to what I say, but it's what I'm getting at is the moments that are building up to the beginning of tribulation are what us Christians have to really be ready for.
Right.
And you got to be ready to help one another. Not just somebody with an addiction, but somebody that was in denial, which there a lot of people with an addiction are in denial.
Right.
And you could almost say that these people that we're going to help are addicted to the soft, easy life that they've been
Oh yeah.
tricked into believing.
Wait until everybody finds out their money's
we're-
worthless.
Yeah, we're
and,
lulled into a false sense of security by our government, who preys on the ignorance of society.
I'm glad I grew up on a farm.
Yeah, exactly.
But like
I am
right now,
real
with all the
glad.
turmoil in the Middle East that's going on, look what oil prices are going to just.
It's already
It's
ridiculous.
gonna,
What
It's already started.
Jumped
what's
a
gas
quarter
at right
already.
now?
320.
317 on the
I
average
saw
across the
320.
nation.
326 in Connecticut earlier
Wow.
today.
Yeah, it said
That is
on the
crazy.
news today. It said
I
317.
remember my father when I was a kid. We had a Chrysler New Yorker that was the size of an aircraft carrier, and he was complaining that he had to pay $5 to fill up a 25-gallon tank. $5, and now you can't even almost get 1 gallon for that.
Yeah.
And you know,
Oh,
they
my
say
goodness.
it's because of the demand here in the United States. Well, the
Oh,
demand
I don't
here
want
in
to
the,
hear that.
the demand here in the United States is, in the last 30 years, the population has grown not as so much as people whose families have been here for generations, but new immigrants that have come in over the last 30 years. Most of them legally, but look how many are here illegally.
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, I think if we could alleviate the United States of that problem, that our unemployment problem would be helped.
when the wall fell, many Russian immigrants came flocking to the United States.
Like I said, that wasn't
And-
a wall falling. That was floodgates opening.
Right,
And
right.
communism and socialism is flooding into this country with the people that are bringing it.
Exactly. They're bringing their political ideas into our ways.
Their
that have
criminal world.
been around. Yeah, the criminal world.
Thus, now we're touching
You know.
on this subject.
Right.
You know, they're actually using our Constitution, you know, freedom of religion, as a way to infiltrate into here and
Right.
set up these so-called places of worship.
Well, even in our own Christian world, we have our own wackos out there. Like the church down there in
but not
Texas.
But not every church.
Not every church, no. But there's a lot of misguided churches. A lot.
There
a
is.
lot more than we'll ever
is,
know
and-
about publicly.
And that hits close to home because you know, some others, you know, well, we won't mention names, but there's a member of my band that's having problems with his church, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but they're not declaring war on the world.
Exactly.
Right.
But still,
Okay.
there is turmoil within the church,
And our Bible
we really
doesn't
need
give
to
them-
unify.
Our Bible does not give us permission or them permission to start war on the world. We are supposed to warn the world that Jesus is coming back to take the believers, and then he's coming back to destroy and crush
What's left?
the non-believers,
Right.
and save those that found the light after it was too late to be
Right.
raptured up.
There's a special place for them.
Exactly. It says in the book of
As long as you don't
Revelations,
take the mark, you're
those
guaranteed
people
a seat.
are
in heaven.
given a special gift. And you think
know
about all
why?
the gifts that
You know
God
why?
tells you about.
Because they're going to have to go through a lot of
They're
torment.
going to have to go
They're
through.
out
They're going to have to go through a lot of torment to
Right.
prove their faith in
It's
God.
going to be a literal. It's literally going to be a small piece of hell on earth.
It's
Right.
going to be a test of a man's mettle, basically. It's no different than what he did. God did it to Moses. God did it to himself
Right.
for 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness as Jesus is coming to earth as a human.
And
I mean, he knows we're only human because he experienced it.
You know,
Exactly.
He knows. He knows.
no matter what you've been through out there, no matter what addictions you're dealing with, you have to have experiences. You have to live life. You have to learn things. That's what makes you you. And, you know, so you have an addiction. So let's try to whip it and find out.
Let's try to
What
let's
it-
whip
what
it
the-
and flip it.
Yeah, and
Whip it and flip
see
it.
what this has done, not to you, but for you, to experience this and get by it and move on. And, you know, what can you do with this now?
Use it.
Yes.
Use it to
Exactly.
help
Use
somebody. Use
it
it
to
for
Other
good
people.
now.
Exactly.
It takes a little time. It takes a year or two before you really settle into it. But once you get into it, you can do a lot of good for people.
Yes, you can. We've
Yeah.
done a lot for just the people that we've been in our circle of friends over the last few months.
Pray
We've helped a
for
lot of
everybody
people.
everywhere.
Yeah, because there are big changes
Everybody
coming.
everywhere.
Big
Pray
changes
for
are
everyone.
coming. Real bad things are going to happen, and it's a build up to the turmoil that God has prophesized. So you know, you get ready.
The reason I said it like that was for the simple fact that I was like getting ready to say, well, you know, pray, do pray for the people that are having troubles in New Zealand, and all this, you know, these earthquakes are going to keep coming, and they're going to get bigger.
And volcanoes.
And we know this already. We have a game
Volcanoes.
plan of the whole thing. We have the program. You go to a theater, they give you a program. You know what's coming.
Right.
We got a Bible. You know what's coming. So,
And if you don't know what's coming,
but that's what I'm
ask
saying.
somebody for a quick, you know, a quick review of the Bible. It'll give you more interest. It'll give you intrigue, and it'll kind of help you see what's going on instead of sitting down and starting from the beginning and trying to figure it all out. Because we might not have a lot of time right now.
Right.
I don't think we do have a lot of
I
time,
really
but
don't.
I mean, I know we're also not supposed to anticipate the time because only he knows.
No,
but,
wait a minute.
But
No, it says that man will.
we're
no
not
man
supposed to
will
really
not
waste
know-
our time thinking about it. We're
Right.
supposed to be wasting our time, not wasting our time. Excuse me. Let me rephrase this.
But it is
we're supposed
our-
to be using our time to make sure other people are ready.
Other people
we're
know.
ready. Now let's make them ready.
But it says to also that you should be. You should prepare. You should see follow what's going on, because it's your responsibility to know that I am in the doorway. Jesus said, "I am in the doorway." All these things are happening. And I am ready to launch my crusade into this world again.
Right.
And when it says no man will know the day or the hour, it's because on this planet at one time or another, there's more than 2 days going on at once.
Right.
Right.
So that's why no man can know the day, and no man can know the hour. But he does say that he gives you all these signs and tells you
when
that,
it's coming.
That means that this might be the
prepared.
year.
Yeah, be
that I'm
prepared.
coming.
Hold on, which one of you was telling me about the being able to everybody will be able to see things all at once and because of the web and the global communications we have now. We have things now that's never been seen before on this planet.
Exactly.
It makes everything so
Oh
instantaneous.
yeah, they got the mobile TVs, everything on the iPad, the iPhone,
Their phone, and they know about it before somebody
cameras
even
on the
watches TV does.
phone.
Well, two prophets
Crazy.
are going to walk the planet, and the Antichrist is going to kill them, and the whole world will see this, and they will lie dead in the street for 3 days, I think it is,
And then they will rise.
and then they will rise, and the whole world will see this. And at no other time in the world has that been an
possibility.
ability. Exactly.
Till now.
Till now. And to even go outside of the realm of our conversation or our religion or what have you, there are a tribe of Indians that say that in the end times there will be a web around the world and cobwebs in the sky, and man will talk into rocks. So here we got the airplanes making these cobwebs through the sky. The web around the planet is the World Wide Web, and we talk into something that does look like a river rock. It's our cell phone.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, here's.
But then again, who doesn't know that? Who's guiding? Who's guiding who here? We don't know.
Yeah,
We
where'd
don't
that
know.
knowledge come from? We don't know.
We don't
Right.
know. But I'm sure we'll find out.
But it was important
Amen.
enough for that tribe to pass
Amen.
that on, and we should pay heed to what it says in our book.
Right.
It's important. We have to. It's up to us.
Well,
to know when
to a
it's
certain
getting
degree,
close.
to a
Yeah.
certain degree, mankind is kind of killing himself with all the technology and yeah, technology's great, but for every great technology, there's somebody that can take it and use it in an evil way.
Well,
Oh yeah.
it's all about
Always.
greed and how
Yeah.
they can control the
But I'm
way
just
they
saying,
feed
the better
people.
the technology, the easier it's going to be
Right.
for the Antichrist to take over.
Yeah, the technology is to feed people,
It's gonna
give
do-
medical support to people, and control the whereabouts of people.
Right.
That's all it's going to be for.
Right.
They want you to be healthy so they can control a lot of you. But at the same time, they're going to do a depopulation program, too, here. You watch.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Hey, write us a betterwayshow at gmail.com. We're online at wix.com /a betterwayshow /USA. Love to hear from you.
Pray for Israel. Pray for Israel.
Yeah, I was noticing there was a map on the news, and I won't be subjective and say what channel, but a map on the news, and every time there's been an uprising so far in the Middle East, they keep turning that country red, and over the last 2 weeks, I've noticed that
It's getting redder.
It's getting
I
redder,
saw that
and it
on
seems to
one
be
of-
surrounding poor little Israel.
I was at
Pray
the
for Israel.
airport. I was at the airport, so I don't have to name what the TV station was because it's at
Yeah.
every airport. But in any case,
Aha.
it was up in red. It was like all around.
And it just, surrounds like a big red crescent moon around Israel.
Well,
And now we got Iranian warships wanting to go.
You
into
know,
the
Russia's no
Mediterranean.
friend to Israel either.
No, they're not.
So-
They keep supplying Iran and such.
well, when the Antichrist comes, he has to be able to. I mean, he's not going to have this.
Well, he's
magical
building
power.
his world too right now.
Well, he's got to have a really powerful army, and if you think about it, the Muslim people are a powerful army. I mean, they've been brainwashed into
Well,
being able to put a
there's
bomb
many
on
of them.
and blow themselves up.
There's many of them.
Exactly.
When you look at the population of Israel, then you look at the population of the entire Middle East. Israel's a bit outnumbered, but on Israel's side, they have the technology that they're using for good.
Well, those two ships that are going in there through the Suez Canal.
Oh, they're going to be watched like a hawk.
Well,
yeah.
I bet I
I
give
don't
them a
even bet
week.
they got good commu-
I
I bet
give
they
them a
can't
week.
even detect that there's a submarine under them.
Yeah, I
The
give them a week.
technology.
Maybe Israel's.
Yeah, I think they're using ships from Russia from like the 60s.
It don't matter. I know for a fact that the old ship, the first ship I was on in the Navy, was sold to the Mexican Navy. It's still in service today. It was only designed to last 5 years, and was commissioned in 1944 and is still in service for the Mexican Navy. And believe
They
me,
have a
it's
Navy?
Yes, they have a Navy, and it's
That's amazing in
that
itself.
ship's been upgraded, and believe me, can take out even the most sophisticated submarine. It's an old destroyer, so something from the 60s actually kind of scares me. Because
Well,
it's
I'm
20
just
years in
saying-
advance. I'm telling you right
I'm
now
saying
that
their
any military and
technology
government
they're
has,
getting.
yeah, the technology that the government has right now is 20 years in advance. I keep telling my lovely wife to be here that believe me, the stuff that we're looking at right now, the government was playing with 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Right.
what they're letting you see,
Right,
is old.
right.
What they're playing with now, you won't see for another 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I really don't think that we're going to be here
I don't think so either.
as we are now.
Right.
And I think we're going to be here in 20 years, but I think we're going to be a whole new
World.
a whole new zebra.
Right.
It's a whole new world. I really think that it's that close, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
yeah.
love your kids and help your addicts, okay?
Right.
And help everybody out.
Exactly.
Help
Prepare,
anybody you can.
Prepare.
You never know who that person may be.
My dad said if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail.
Good thing to say.
Our parents always had good advice for us.
Yep.
And we like to stick to I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me. Give it to
Yeah.
God, folks.
Because with God,
Put that bottle down, give it to God.
all things are possible.
You know. But at any rate, we just got to keep it in mind that things are going to, everybody thinks that the world right now is crazy. They ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, the dragon's just now waking up. And this is just a swish or two of the tail. Wait till he yawns and stretches.
It opens his eyes.
Yeah.
The demon's not going to be kind either.
And then after
It's
all
not
that
gonna be a
waking up
garden party.
process, after they wake up, what they want to do?
Eat.
That's right. It's time for breakfast.
Right.
Who's going to be the meal?
Not going to be me.
It doesn't matter because
Well,
I
you can
know
have
where my
body,
soul's
you can have
going.
the body all day long. Yeah, soul's
You
going
know,
elsewhere. Sorry, you
right.
can't have that.
But I will.
Copyright God, 1962. You like that one?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Well, in my opinion,
When did God put his copyright on you?
I know they're going to be able to take me, but
Go pick up my new album, The Balance. It's Amazon.com, iTunes. Got a lot of songs on there that
Send us an email.
We'll
We'll
make
send
you
you a
think.
download card.
send us an
Send us
email.
an email. We'll send you a
Tell you
download
what,
card.
you email us first 20 people that email us at a betterwayshow@gmail.com gets a free digital download card of my new album. How about that?
8 great songs, folks.
With
I
lots
don't know
to
how
think
many
about.
times I've listened to them, but I've listened to them a lot. They are some good tunes.
okay. Let's start this little giveaway at midnight on the 1st of March.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
At midnight, the 1st of March.
March.
The first 20 people.
That email at betterwayshow@gmail.com.
We will send it to you for free, and we will
Just
pay
say
the
hi.
postage.
We love to hear from you.
Exactly.
That way, once we're not going to spam you back. We
No.
we don't spam our email contacts. Yeah. Well, folks, time's getting short again. Anybody want to close out with anything?
Just pray for Israel. It's really going to be.
Pray for everyone
a lot
around
of
the
Pray
world.
pray for Christians around the world that are in hostile territory.
But keep your eyes open, people, because
Keep your eyes
Because
up.
the
keep
Middle
your
East
eyes
is hot.
open because you're going to see things
This country's hot and
that
Mexico's
you
hot.
really don't want to see.
All right, well, This is Dave saying goodbye, and God bless you.
So long from Steve.
Hey, this is Bill. We'll see you next time.
Have a good week. When you feel far from home and you're standing all alone, it's a time when nobody cares that Jesus is always there. Call out to Him, open your heart and let Him in. When everyone just lets you down and wears your thin just like a frown, there's too much anger in the world and not enough love. When all around us spiraling down and don't have a care for you, don't let your faith run out. Here's what you need to do. Call out to Him, open your heart and let Him in. When everyone just lets you down, wears your thin just like a frown, there's too much anger in the world and not enough love. He's the one that is always with you, the one that really cares. What will you do when the calling comes and the chaos that ensues? Will you fall to your knees when the sirens roar? Or will you think it's just a ruse? When people you know seem to vanish in thin air, what will it take to open your eyes and start to care? In the hearts of mankind, there's two men who fight, one of shadow, one of light. A constant battle in our hearts and minds, generations down the line. Which is strong and which is weak? It all depends on whom we meet. The one that wins is up to the host, and that's the one we feed the most. Even when, my friend, you go and take the fall, even when you pass away, I know it's not the end, and thanks to Jesus, when I read your word, did I hear your voice? I've turned my back on you too many times, but you never lost faith in me. I ran 10,000 steps away
but you're only one step from me. The world is changing like you said it would. Thought I had a grip, thought I understood your ways, your laws, all things you should. But you turned my world around. Now my heart, it's no longer stone, and your wisdom shows my way in life. Now I know which way to go. I've opened up my heart again. Now I'm walking down this narrow path, temptation one side the other, and we knew one's over along the way. You were raging curiosity tears but to me, and again it is revealed. No longer searching for you everywhere. In the roaring silence, it just